Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is HPE1023. My number matric is ASN 200210055. Today, me and my group will talk about how to prevent a dengue. The first question is, the first question I'm gonna ask is the danger of dengue and how to prevent it.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Rusfara Anis binti Roshidi from AB101. I'm going to tell you about the danger of dengue and how to prevent it. Recently, the country has been constantly flooded with news of death involving dengue fever. This is apparently threatening the peace of the global community because the problem of Aedes mosquito is like a cancer for which there is no cure. However, the problem can be reduced professionally, rationally, and significantly in every layer of society. Strive to study the factor that cause the spread of this deadly disease while applying measures that can be implemented to address it for the common good. Dengue fever is caused by any one of 4 types of dengue viruses. You can get dengue fever from being around an infected person. Instead, dengue fever is spread around mosquito bites. The 2 types of mosquito that most often spread the dengue viruses are common both in and around human lodging. When a mosquito bites a person infected with a dengue virus, the virus enters the mosquito. Then, when the infected mosquito bites another person, the virus enters that person's bloodstream and causes an infection. After you recover from dengue fever, you have long-term immunity to the type of virus that infected you but not to the other 3 dengue fever virus types. This means you can be infected again in the future by one of the other 3 virus types. Your risk of developing severe dengue fever increase if you get dengue fever a second, third, or 4th time. Thank you, that's all.
And the second question is, what is the cause of dengue?
Among the main factors is the neglect of hygiene and self-discipline. Aedes mosquitoes are especially fond of bushy areas and often hover around bushes or meadows between evening and dusk. Naturally, such time are often used by the teenager community to do leisure activities outside the home. So it is not a problem for small-sized killer to get victims. Therefore, it is not surprising that most of the victims are teenagers. Other factors cause the occurrence of dengue is among the breeding place of these killer insects are in abandoned pots, tire cracks, drains, water tank, and so on. One apart from the presence of stagnant water, the breeding process of Aedes mosquito is also not inhibited in shady places that are blocked from sunlight. Aedes mosquito need areas with stagnant water to breed their eggs. Based on the observations and studies that have been made, it is clearly proven that the average population in Malaysia breeds Aedes mosquito without them being aware of it.
Thank you. And the third question is how to prevent the dengue.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Atira Khalid. I will present to prevent dengue. First, mosquitoes usually breed in stagnant water system. So in case you happen to have stagnant water bodies like a clogged drain or units pools near your house or in your surroundings, simple spray them with necessary medication to prevent the breeding ground from hatching excess. Be careful of your outdoor place too, because spraying any day out, especially during the rainy season, is definitely going to end up risking you with life-threatening dengue infection. Also, make sure to opt for those places which are clean and avoid of specific mosquito habitat. Next, gotong royong activities. Furthermore, gotong royong activities is housing areas are also one of the best and professional activities. During gotong royong, apart from being able to clean overground abandoned areas, the unity between neighbors can be strengthened regardless of religion, race, and descent because it is optimistic and like hand with each other. At the same time, the egg of Aedes mosquito, whether they are still new or about to become a baby mosquito, can be eliminated and save the life of the workers before being infected with the dangerous disease. As the saying goes, prevention is better than cure. In addition, we can install nets from entering the house. In the house, use mosquito coils or electric mosquito bites at night. Then, mosquito spraying activities. The next initiative is that the authorities entrusted by the City Hall in each state can contract their service by conducting free spraying activities at the end of each month, especially around residential areas inhabited by large communities. In addition, the distribution of powders that can slow down or eliminate AIDS in the water is also among the measures that help deal with the spread of dengue fever. In this case, the parties concerned should not take lightly the problem of the disease and therefore be aware of the risk that will be faced if they do not play an appropriate role. So that's all from me. Next.
Thank you. The next question is how do parents prevent the dengue?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Anis Irene binti Muhammad Imran. My matric number is ASN 2002-140. The caring between families is each party chooses a strategy and emphasizes a powerful mechanism in an effort to address the problem that is increasingly contagious in Malaysia. As the saying goes, when the eyes are closed, the stomach is deflated. One of the initiatives that can be successful is the cleaning activities around the house area by each family member. Early exposure to children about the cleanliness of the home area is a measure to address the breeding of Aedes mosquitoes and dengue fever. Therefore, the children will be more concerned about the surrounding area, and it is not impossible that your children will reprimand us when they see water reservoirs in hidden places one day. Then, mosquitoes breed in human equatorial climates conditions that reflect the weather throughout our country. These mosquitoes are also often found in urban as well as rural areas. Within the city, construction sites are notorious for mosquito breeding grounds, but outbreaks of dengue fever can occur anywhere. To get the latest news on the dengue outbreak zone, download the Pulse by Prudential app. In addition to fitness trackers, exercise tips, and online health consultation service, the app also provides dengue alert to inform you about dengue infection near you, as well as the number of weekly infection cases. While outside the city, mosquitoes can breed in stagnant water, such as lakes, wetlands, and swamps. Avoid such areas or try to protect yourself adequately. In this regard, parental monitoring of children is also among the initiatives that are sustainable and should be emphasized. Children want to do leisure activities outside in the afternoon. They need to be reminded to dress fully and protect their skin and advised to go home at the appropriate time. Furthermore, children should also be advised to be members and take good care of themselves differently exposed to the germs of competition playing outside. In addition, parents also need to improve their professionalism as soon as the children take on different symptoms of serious illness, such as vomiting and diarrhea.
This is the most important question. What is the dengue symptom?
Dengue fever is a mosquito-borne illness that occur in tropical and subtropical of the world. My dengue fever causes a high fever and flu-like system. The severe form of dengue fever, also called dengue hemorrhagic fever, can cause serious bleeding, a sudden drop in blood pressure, shock, and death. Millions of cases of dengue infection occur worldwide. Each year, dengue fever is most common in Southeast Asia, the Western Pacific Islands, Latin America, and Africa.
Many people experience no signs or symptoms of a dengue infection. When symptoms do occur, they may be mistaken for other illness, such as the flu, and usually begin 4 to 10 days after you are bitten by an infection mosquitoes. Dengue fever causes a high fever, 104F, 40, 40, and any of the following signs and symptoms, for example, headache, muscle pain, bone or joint pain, vomiting, pain behind the eyes, swollen glands, and rash.
Most people recover in a week or so. In some cases, symptoms worsen and can become life-threatening. This is called severe dengue. Dengue hemorrhagic fever or dengue shock syndrome. Severe dengue happen when your blood vessel become damaged and leaky, and the number of clot-forming cells, platelets in your bloodstream drop.
The last one is warning signs of severe dengue fever, which is a life-threatening emergency, can develop quickly. The warning signs usually begin the first day or two after your fever goes away and may include severe stomach pain, persistent vomiting, bleeding from your gums or nose, blood in your urine, stool or vomit, bleeding under the skin, which might look like bruising, difficult or rapid fatigue, and irritability or restlessness. That's all.
For the treatment, dengue is a virus, so there's no specific treatment or cure. However, intervention can help depending on how severe the disease is. For middle form, the treatment includes preventing dehydration. High fever, and vomiting can dehydrate the body. The person should drink clean water, ideally water rather than tap water. Rehydration salt can also help replace fluid and mineral, and painkillers such as Tylenol or paracetamol. This can help lower fever and pain. For soft form, dengue fever may need intravenous IV fluid supplementation or drip if the person cannot take the fluids by mouth, and blood transfusion for patients with soft dehydration. The conclusion is dengue infection is common mosquito-borne infection disease that can be seen in many countries around the world. Since it's still an important global public health problem, the issue of management of cases remains an important topic in medicine. This viral infection seems to be difficult to diagnose since it can be mimicked by other common infections that share same endemic geography. Although there are many new advanced laboratory investigation tools to help diagnose dengue infection, problem can still be observed, so we must always precaution with this because it can lead to death. If you have fever after get bitten by mosquito, go straight to the hospital and always make sure the environment is clean and safe from mosquito. That's all from me and my group today. Thank you.